Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we have something really awesome to look at. This is Cthulhu Wars Dreamlands map. It's an expansion for Cthulhu Wars, obviously. This one gives us the Dreamlands map, clearly, plus 6 Zoogs and the Bowl. Aimed at ages 14 and up. You do need the Cthulhu Wars core set to play. Because you need the rules, but there is a rule book here and the large double-sided map plus the 7 figures. Retails for around 40 bucks. Good luck finding it for that. This is put out by Peterson Games, and this was actually part of Wyatt's Kickstarter stuff. So he's nice enough to let me open a bunch of his Cthulhu Wars stuff. So let's take a look inside here and see what we've got. If you haven't played Cthulhu Wars, I highly recommend it. It'll be a little expensive to get because it is kind of pricey, but pretty cool game. The minis are awesome. Alright. This is the Cthulhu Wars, the Sandy Petersen game, Omega Edition Dreamlands, says on the rule book. Alright, pretty cool. Really cool design with the creepy little trim. It's color, obviously. There's a picture of what we're going to see inside the box. And yeah, pretty straightforward little rule book. Setup and basics, tunnels, that sort of thing. There's a picture of a monster. Scary. Alright, pretty cool. Let's get that out of the way and look at the board. Oh my. Okay. This is going to be a big board. It is two-sided. Here's one piece. This is the 3-player map. So we have the Southern Sea down here, the Enchanted Wood, Zura, Manar, Crenerian Sea, Sea of Dawn, Lang. And over here we've got the Sunken City Sea, Mount, I can't read that upside down, and something that looks vaguely like the word celery. So we got 4, 5, and 6, and then 1 and 2 are up here. That's 1, 2, and 3. So let's look at the other side. This is the 5-player map. So 1, 2 is over here, 3 is still over here. 4 and 5. The main difference is Lang is cut up. We've got some different locations for symbols on the board. Lang is cut up into Sarcomand, which also has the letter B on it. There's letter C, letter D, and A is over here in Zura. So this would actually be kind of a cluster because it's such a small map. So let's take a look at the other board here. Alright. So here's the other one. This is the Dreamlands Underworld 3-player map. So we've got 1 and 2 over here in the ruins of Karoth with the letter A. 3 is up here in the Tower of Koth with a symbol here. It's like some kind of squiggly thing. Then there's the slashy lines. 4 is over here with B and this same symbol in the Fungus Lake Sea, and you'll see the spire there. And then 5 and 6 is down here in the peaks of Thorak, which also has the white symbol, and D, and the Vale of Panth Sea is in the center. So playing Cthulhu on this one would probably be pretty awful since there's only one water location. Then on the other side we have the 5-player map, and it's a little different, of course. So we've got the Sea of Pict, which is 1 and 2 over here, and then we go up to ruins of Korath, which has an A on it, and then Tower of Koth has a C on it, along with that same symbol we saw earlier, and this same // I forget whose symbol that is. The Vaults of Zin is number 3 here. And then Plains of Ghouls next door with that same symbol and B. And then we go down to the Fungus Lake C, which is number 4. Has that symbol on it. And then we've got Peaks of Thorak, which is D with that same symbol. And then this blue thing. And the Vast Cavern with the symbol again here is 5 and 6. And the Vale of Panthea is, of course, like a no man's land. So these boards are really nice, actually. Pretty standard quality that I would expect from Cthulhu Wars. So let's take a look at the minis. Look at these. Oh, that's really cool looking. That's a nice heavy mini. The open mouth is really cool. It looks like one of the dune sea creature, sand creatures. I forget what they're called. The worms or whatever from Dune. So there's that, and then there's 6 of this guy. Pretty sketchy looking, very detailed. It's like he's sitting on a palm tree or something. Really cool looking minis. Very solid, very well built. Very impressed with the miniatures. There's not a lot to the box set. I mean, it is, you know, it seems like you don't get much for $40, but the extra maps really do make a big difference. And those are really nice put together. These minis are really cool. This is easily worth the money. The minis are beautifully done, as you would expect from Peterson. Sandy Peterson Games does a lot of really good stuff. The boards are really nicely done, very smooth, not glossed, so it's not going to make the pieces slide everywhere. It's not cheaply made. The rule book's probably the cheapest made thing in there, and that's really because it's just a quick reference thing that you're not really going to need. At least not very often. But that is the Dreamlands map expansion for Cthulhu Wars. It's a beautiful box set, not gonna lie. This box is really cool. It's got some embossing around this side there, so you can see a little better on the primary camera here. And the art on the back looks really good. Everything about this is quality. I'm very impressed. It's a nice box set. Highly recommend it if you play Cthulhu Wars or have any interest in the Cthulhu mythos. Those minis will look cool on a game board or on a bookshelf or display case. But that'll do it for this episode. Highly recommend Cthulhu Wars. I have a lot of fun playing it. Haven't played it in a little while. It's a challenging game. It has like a risk element. You gotta kind of find somebody that is kind of on par with you to play with. But it has its flaws and bonuses. But this is going to be a good addition, I think. I think all the map packs will be. But that'll do it for this episode. As always, thank you for watching. We hope to see you on the next episode of What's Inside.